Happy 8 p.m., everyone. Hope you're doing well. Happy Monday. And thank you for those who are on right now. For anyone who's watching this video later, just letting you know that today will be probably more of a Q&A and live chat, just as the video says. Nothing too formal. I do have a few thoughts that I want to share just about life and probably do a little quick recap on anyone who's in the Del Norte area or Crescent Elk, which I just came back from this past weekend. So first things first, if you're new to the channel, I'll do a quick little overview. Usually what we do is we start off by talking about the topic at hand, and then we go into Q&A. I think today's will be somewhat similar to that. So I will start with that. But before I dive into that, I want to do some quick shout outs for anyone who came on really early. Jonathan Kenya, Honey, Abraham Mendoza, Nas Kid, McGinley Show, Scott Marshall, Just Incredible, and Nathan Kim. Thanks for being on. I really appreciate you all being here. So thoughts of today. There's a couple of thoughts that I have. The first thing is that life is always interesting. I always find life, just us being humans, are interesting. I find this idea that we all go through challenges in different ways and at different times very interesting. For example, for some people, our lives might be fine right now, while other people were struggling. While if you ask us in 1 month later, maybe that person whose life is fine is now struggling, and that person who is struggling, his or her life is now fine. The point is like, we're constantly as humans going in these ups and downs, and the goal is to always be as positive and happy as possible. And it takes time. It takes a little bit of effort, but that is the part of the human experience. So what I guess one of the topics I want to share about is this idea of embracing challenges, embracing the struggles that we have in our lives, because that's really what I think is important in life, is that we just embrace it. So I was having conversations with someone else. I will say I was having a conversation with a teacher, and this teacher and I were discussing about the work as being a teacher. And for many teachers, I think some teachers find it people in general, or their job specifically, it could be stressful. And it's exhausting. It's a lot of work, and they just want to wait till the weekend. And maybe for you, if you're a student, you have that feeling where you feel exhausted. You're just waiting for the weekend so you can get out of school, you can relax. And that is one way of looking at it. Or the second way of looking at it is by noticing during the week while you're at school, while you are feeling that struggle, instead of being resistant to it, like, oh man, this sucks, I'm so tired of it. Instead of that, just embracing the pain, the challenges, the struggle of trying to keep up and stay awake in class, and just embracing that as an opportunity for you to grow yourself and improve yourself. I think that in a way is a choice that we have. We could either kind of complain and dread the week and wait for the weekends, or we can embrace the challenge and think this is our part of our life, and this is helping us grow, and just embrace it. And I think if we embrace it instead of thinking it's a challenge, that'll make us feel like we're actually living our life versus just living for the weekend or for the time off. So that's my little thought. And yeah, I think in terms of challenges, if we have life challenges, if you have your challenges that you're facing in your life right now, it's okay, and it happens. I had a conversation with a student this weekend, and I'm not going to name names, but what I'll say is, so I had this conversation with a student, and the student was struggling with her self-esteem. And for me, I realize sometimes we want to avoid these conversations about our life. We want to just avoid, we don't want to think about it. Sometimes thinking about the struggles we have is kind of painful, so we just avoid it and we mask it and we just pretend it's not there. But what I realize is the more you mask your the more you mask the challenge you're going through or the insecurity you have, the more it just stays in your life. The only way to get rid of these challenges is by taking off the mask and looking at your challenge and owning it, saying, wow, I realize that I struggle with my self-esteem. I struggle with feeling worthy. I struggle with my body. I struggle with these negative thoughts in my head. So number one is just accepting it as it is. And then number two is being willing to sit and actually look at it. And I would say number three is taking action to improve that, changing the conversation. So my point is, I just want to take this quick opportunity to let you know, like, if you're struggling through something, the only way you're going to get over it is just by working through it, not by ignoring it, not by pretending it's not there. It's always going to be there until you look at it and change the way you think about it. All right. So that right there is my little, story of the day in a way. And honestly, for the rest of this live stream, it's going to be a bunch of Q&A. And yeah, so I'll read your comments. Let's have fun today. By the way, if you haven't, I don't know if you could tell, but I'm very mellow right now because I do feel a little bit sick, but I'm still here. Yeah. So that's what I have. I'm going to read through comments now. Honey, good to see you. How's life? Now, honey, where are you at? I thought, oh goodness, honey, number one, I don't remember, I remember your name. I don't remember face wise, but I was looking forward to seeing you this weekend or on Friday, but I don't think we ran into each other. You let me know if we did, and I'm completely missing something, but I was looking forward to seeing you, but I don't remember seeing you. Yeah. At Krasnelk, right? Yes. Alrighty. What is up? That's funny. Isaac, what's going on? I see a lot of highs back and forth. Geeb says, looking snazzy today. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Jonathan McKinney is pissed that the Rams lost yesterday. I watched the Super Bowl too. I had a good time watching it. I wish it was a higher scoring game because those are usually more exciting. But, it was a decent game. For me, I do feel, as much as I wanted the Rams to win, I was rooting for the Rams. I do feel like the Patriots did very much deserve that win because they had control of the game the whole entire game. So if Rams were to win that game specifically, they would have been lucky. So that's my thought. But yeah, would have been super cool if the Rams won. All right. So by the way, if you have any questions that you want me to answer, life questions and things like that, or personal questions, feel free to ask. That's what I'm here for. That's what today's conversation is about. So yeah, shoot away. And anyone else, for the other 20 something people on the stream who have not commented, welcome to the stream. And I welcome you to ask questions, engage, whatever you want. Know that we're here, we're hanging out, we're having fun. Black Guy says, how do you make your friends do their homework instead of procrastinating? Honestly, we can't force other people to do things. They have to want to do it themselves. But as a friend, how I would, in a way, encourage my friend to not procrastinate is just by leading by example, which means if you want your friend to do their homework on time, we can't force other people, but we could help influence by just doing our work ahead of time, not procrastinating on our homework. So setting that example so they see us and they're like, oh my goodness, I see that other people are doing it. Maybe I should stop procrastinating so much. And, you can kindly, give a little nudge, say like, hey, I noticed that you do things last minute. Would you be open to considering doing it ahead of time? Just having those friendly conversations. But at the end of the day, we can't force people to do things that they don't want to do. It's up to them. Yeah. Alrighty. Morgan says, I struggle with my self-esteem too. That's step number one. Being willing to admit that you struggle with something is literally step number one. Sometimes people, they just put a little guard up. They don't want to think about it. So yeah, they don't think about it. They just ignore the problem, and they try to keep living their lives with the problem that they have, hoping it will go away, which it usually does not. Yeah, so you got step number one down is acknowledging the challenge that you have. All right, Voltage Slippy says, I have a question. I have a girlfriend, but my parents say I'm not allowed to have one, but she really likes me and I really like her a lot too. And I don't know if the question's continued, but my guess is that you like her, she likes you, and that you want to be together, but your parents are like, you can't have a girlfriend. So what do? There is no right answer to this. This is one of those things that you get to determine for yourself how you want to handle it. And how do you balance that, like being respectful to your parents while also going after what you want in your life? That is a challenge. So, I mean, I'll share my personal example. When I was in high school, I had my first girlfriend, and I remember like my mom would not let me have a girlfriend either. Like she just said like, no, you need to focus on your schoolwork. You can't do that because your grades aren't good enough. And for me, I liked a girl and she liked me. And this is one of those moments in my life. By the way, growing up, I used to be a very, very much like very obedient towards my parents, very respectful. But that was one of those moments for me. Again, this is not for you necessarily, but for me, in that moment, I'm like, look, Ma, I love you, but I know this is what I get to do. I got to be in this relationship because I know that's what I want. And so I stood by that. And my mom, of course, disagreed. But in a way, like every single parent's going to be different. But if you are respectful towards your parents, they're more likely to be respectful back to you, even if it's challenging because they have more authority because they're your parent. Yeah. And I think even though my mom disagreed, she still saw that this is something that was really important to me. And thankfully, she was willing to compromise. And I remember she actually drove me to my high school to meet up with, the girl I had a crush. And that was the day I actually asked her out to be my girlfriend. So, yeah. And my mom, of course, was all worried. She's like, you got to study for your exams. I'm going to drop you off, but you got to come back at a certain time. And I'm like, look, I kind of just told her, I'm like, look, Ma, I'm going to ask her out, whatever, to be my girlfriend. By the way, this super, super awkward conversation to have with an Asian mom, who's more conservative. But I knew, like, I respected my mom. At first, I tried to hide it, but she's like, hey, where are you going? And I tried not to lie to my mom just out of respect. So I just told her what was going on. And she's like, okay, but you got to be home in like 2 hours. I'm like, Ma, 2 hours? Like we're probably going to go eat dinner and stuff like that. So anyway, that's my story. If you have a girlfriend or, someone that you like and she likes you back, but your mom says no, really that's up to you of how you want to handle it. Yes. Alrighty. Quick mini break reminder. Everyone who just hopped on, I want to say thank you so much for being here. And again, if you notice that my tone is very, very mellow today, like I'm not like, yeah, like I'm not like super full of, like zest and enthusiasm. It's because I feel a little under the weather. Yeah. So, but I'm still here. I'm still having fun, just in a very mellow tone right now. Yeah. Alrighty. So let's keep this going. Ryan Kim, thanks for the little compliment. Appreciate that. Nosuke says, I struggle with wrestling. Keep working. Practice. That's how you get better at anything. That's all it is. Jonathan Rukenia says, cereal. No cereal. We ain't about that life. Nathan Kim says, what happened to Stacy? The most commonly asked question after a presentation, if I forget to talk about Stacy, what happened with Stacy is it took me 6 months to get over Stacy, and I finally got over Stacy, and then we moved on, and then we still became friends, and we were still friends all the way throughout college, and then Stacy liked me back, but I didn't like her anymore. Ooh, dab. And just kidding, we still became friends, and till this day, she's still one of my best friends today. There is no awkwardness, but we're still friends. There we go. That's what happened with Stacy. Did you catch that? If you didn't catch that, you could rewind this and watch it again. Yeah. What's up, Waluigi's potato. Shout out to you. Faux show. Honey says, I'm kind of sick right now. I feel you. Honey, tell me what happened. Wait, what grade are you in? I thought are you still at Cresnelk? Porque, how come I did not see you? I'm confused. Did you go to HSU? I'm so unclear. What happened? Is your real name Honey? I thought it was. You let me know. Alrighty. I'm kind of waiting. So I have 2 comment streams on my computer. I'm streaming on my computer. There's 2 comment streams. One is for me to keep up with. One is like the live feed, so I could see both at the same time. Although, yeah, I usually focus on one. Morgan, is it Guy? Guy. I saw you at Valencia. What's up, Morgan? Welcome. Let's see. Beginning show says I took a sick day off of school. Looks like I'm not the only one who's feeling on the weather. Looks like a few of us. All right. Honey, I'm going to look at your comment real quick. Honey says, yes, Richard, I do still go to Crescent Elk. I am an 8th grade and my name is Honey. Guess. Okay, got it. Wait. So, Honey, real quick, did you go to HSU? Is that why I didn't see you? Or por qué? Because I went to Crescent Elk on Friday, but I don't think I saw you, unless I'm completely missing it. Yeah. You let me know. All right. Continuing with my comments so I could keep up to date with this. Honey says, OMG, I know I totally forgot about the thing that we had at our school. I want to meet you, but I forgot. Alrighty. Waluigi says, love your hair. Thank you very much. Did you see Tom Brady make out with his owner? No, I didn't see that. Jonathan says Patriots paid the refs off and the halftime show was explicative. I thought the halftime show was okay. It wasn't that great. I am KO. Wait, hold on. I am HO. There we go. I'm messing it up. Yeah, it was okay. I mean, it was decent. It was good. It was good, but like, other halftime shows have been massively more extravagant. Yeah, so that's what I got. Thanks, peeps. Thanks for them spam accounts. Oh man, is this what I still have no idea if that's one person. I'm gonna guess that's all one person doing that. But thanks for that. Appreciate it. Honey says, but you are supposed to come to our school again, right? Yes, I do plan on going back. I have been unofficially invited back to come to Crescent Elk, which I'm really excited about. And yeah, I don't know when. We haven't decided when I'll be back, but I'm pretty sure I'll be back by the end of 2019, which will be exciting. Yeah. I see some more questions about Stacy. If you have more questions about Stacy, let me know. Although I did give a quick little summary of what happened with Stacy and myself just like 5 minutes ago. So yeah. Sister Adriana says, oh no, the comments jumped. Where are we? There we are. Sister Adriana says, I've been having some trouble with one of my friends. He is annoying because he jokes so much, and even during it's the same. Even though it's the same, I want to be his friend, but at the same time, I don't help. Okay, so to any of you, to all my friends out there who have this annoying friend who keeps joking all the time, and you want to be their friend, but at the same time, it's still annoying. Like, what do you do? And I'm guessing you've probably tried to talk to this person, but they keep, they don't really take it seriously, and they keep joking around. What do you do? So for me, if there's a few things, by the way, if someone is constantly joking around, even when you tell them to stop, like it's one of those like relationships is a two-way street. Okay. So if you have this culture of you're joking around with your friends and they know, they get you, they understand you like to joke around too. And like, it doesn't, it's okay to joke around, then that's cool. However, if you're someone like me, like I'm okay with joking around, but like at the same time, I do enjoy like a more deep connection with people where it's not just about joking around and having fun. It's about, knowing people, knowing each other on a deeper level. So if that's the case, sometimes I do ask people like, hey, look, I it's okay if you joke around. I enjoy joking around too. But sometimes you take it too far, and I just, I would, just appreciate, or is it okay if you tone that down a little bit? Because I want to get to know you more besides just joking around. I know that sounded really awkward. But my point is, if there's something that's a problem and you think it's fixable, then address it and, have those open conversations with that person. However, if you think that this person is in a way like, number one, it's not worth the effort, or number two, that this person, you don't see this person being willing to change or whatever, then sometimes for me, it's like, that's when I move on and find other friends. And that's not to be rude. To me, it's about self-respect. It's about knowing your limits and not being willing to settle. There is a little bit of that gray area of like, well, how do you know when enough is enough and you should move on? And that's really one of those things that you get to decide for yourself. And yeah, that's it. Noemi says, how do I cope with ending up with a C as a A and B student in math? So you got a C, and you probably feel really disappointed in yourself because you normally get A's and B's. I've been there before. I've gotten F's when, I'm supposed to be getting A's and B's. So how do you cope with that? So for me, I think it's really about it. It's about self-forgiveness. Forgive yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be patient with yourself. We can't change our past grades unless, you go back and ask the teacher, look at your homework assignments and try to get the better grade. But once you get a certain grade and you can't change it, there's no need to keep beating yourself up over it. Instead, take it as a opportunity to be like, oh my goodness, I got a C. I didn't do as well as I wanted to. Yes, this does suck, but I'm not going to let this dictate my future. So I'm just going to do the best I can moving forward. So if you do get that bad grade, just it's okay. Just accept it as it is, and then just move forward and do the best that you can. Don't expect perfection. You don't need to be perfect, in my opinion. And I just in general, I don't think life is about being perfect. It's about learning and growing. By the way, I'll tell you right now, Noemi, when you graduate from school and college, not a single person is going to care that you got a C. Like, I don't care about the grades that I got in elementary, middle, high school, college. Nobody cares. Like, nobody goes back and asks you, hey, how'd you do in your math class? Like, nobody cares about that stuff. Now, if you're applying to schools, if you're applying to schools and things like that, college, yeah, of course, grades do matter. But if you mess up, don't overly put the pressure on yourself. Just do the best you can moving forward. We all make mistakes. So yeah. Waluigi says, how did you get so many subscribers? So how I got, everyone gets subscribers in different ways. I got a lot of my subscribers from select videos that I have. If you search my channel and you see like, search, most viewed videos, filter by most viewed videos, and probably like my, top 5 videos is probably where I got majority of my subscribers. Just because in a way, I'm guessing my videos provide value to people, so they're willing to subscribe for it. Yeah. Young Jit says, I just realized how not straight middle schooler scholars are. Nothing wrong with that. Waluigi's potato. Yeah, I did say I'd give you a shout out, and yes, I did, didn't I? Twice. Seems like he can get girls easy peasy. Who? Talking to me or the other person? Alrighty, here. Oh, so Young J says, why do you always have a different shirt on your thumbnail than the live stream? Why? It's because I need to announce my live stream ahead of time. Like when I was wearing that blue shirt, that's the thumbnail for this photo. That was done on Friday, not today. I'm not going to wear that shirt again today. Does that make sense? Make sense? So like for my next video, I'll probably be wearing this because I'll take a thumbnail, you know, for the next video that might be on Wednesday, where I'm not going to be wearing this. Eh? I get it. Does that make sense? I got to photograph the thumbnail when I post and let people know about it. So that's why. Yeah. I do notice that there's a little like it looks kind of weird. I get you. I get you. I thought the same thing, but you know, it is what it is. Just Incredible says my peer advice is to let your friend know why he is doing it. What he's doing is annoying you. He may not be seeing the cues. I agree with you that he's doing something wrong. If you do and he still doesn't stop, then I'd say have a serious talk. If that doesn't work, get help or advice from an adult. That's what I got. Yo, Justin, first of all, that was awesome advice. Number two, did you realize how many times you rhymed in what you just wrote? I thought that was pretty cool. That's all. Han Jabo says, I've never had a girlfriend before, so I can't relate. That's okay. No problem. Morgan says, I haven't been feeling too hot myself. Let's see here. I've had 4 boyfriends and it's bad with Asian parents. Yeah. Sophia says, what if I'm gay? Wait, hold on. What's the context with this one? You mean the whole deal with parents? I mean, if you are gay and you know your parents might be not open to that, like they don't like that, or you're afraid to open up about that, that's another topic. That's one of those things where you get to open up when you feel ready, you know. And I don't think opening up is an easy thing to do. So yeah, I mean, if you have challenges, if you wonder like how do I open up to a parent or whatever it is, that's, you know, I would watch YouTube videos on that. There's a lot of people who have done it. So there we go. Morgan says, I broke up with my girlfriend and it's been 5 years and I'm still not over her. That is quite a while. Yeah. I'm wondering, yeah, I don't want to get too deep into it because I mean, this, you know, thoughts could go a lot of different ways. Yeah. I'll leave it at that. If you want to talk more, you could ask questions about it. That is a interesting thought. And, you know, I believe it. Seems plausible. Nathan says, I wish I can get a girlfriend, but no one seems to like me back. Yo, Nathan, it's okay. And just be patient. Like, guess what? I felt the same exact way for the longest time. In fact, I was single for like 9 years of my life up until like this past year. So point is like, or last year or the year before. Anyway, point is like, I think in a way, many people, myself included, feel like, you know, we can't get girls. You know, no one's going to like us. And the thing is, if you feel that way, like no one's ever going to like you back, it's not necessarily true. If you feel like no one's going to like you back, number one, just be yourself. And number two is continue to grow yourself too, to be a better person. And I mean, just be the best that you can be. You don't need to overly force yourself to be like the most popular person in the world or the most attractive person. It's not about that. You know, it's just be the best that you can be and always push yourself to be better. And when you do that, girls will start liking you. They'll like you for who you are. They'll like your confidence of just who you are. And if you don't think you're a very confident person right now, that is perfectly okay. Confidence is something that is built over time with practice and with just intention. And I think one of the best ways to build confidence within yourself is to start trusting yourself more. So self-trust is like, if you say, you're like, I am going to finish my homework before 8 p.m. tonight. Self-trust is doing your homework before 8 p.m. You know, once you do it, if you accomplish it, you're going to start feeling better about yourself. Or I'm going to the gym today. If you go to the gym, you stick to what you say you're going to do, you're going to build that self-trust, which is going to make you more confident with yourself. And when you're more confident, you're going to start attracting more people. That's just how it is. I remember talking with, I've confidence, just based off my conversations and research and everything like that. Confidence is one of the most attractive things that people like, that is one of the most powerful things that make you attractive is self-confidence. Yeah. Young just says, Richard, don't ever dab again. I know where you live. Yeah, that's funny. Wow, I must be super behind on comments. That's okay. Hey, by the way, people, if you're wondering like why, like where I'm at with the comments, I read all the comments in order. So I might be massively behind here. I'm just going to quickly check how far behind I am. I fed you. Okay. Are you ready for this? I will calculate approximately how far behind we are. We are about 7 to 8 minutes behind on comments. So if you're wondering like, hey, where are you? That's where I'm at. And I'm working. I have this thing where I feel like I need to read all the comments. I will read all the main comments. I might miss some, but like I'll avoid like tiny little things. For example, like Frank said, who is Han Jobo? So like I won't respond back to those comments because they're, comments that you could answer with each other. But that's just an example. Okay. Moving on. Let's do this. I'm going to catch up with comments. Sister Adriana says, I've been having some trouble with one of my friends. He's annoying because he jokes so much. Oh, wait. I already answered that. Jerry says, I'm having trouble finding a girlfriend. Any tips? Again, Jerry, if you're, for anyone looking for a relationship, I would say just be patient, continue to grow yourself. That's all. Honey says, yes, I do still. Oh, I read that. I now know how far behind I am. Johnson says, go take some Dayquil. Nice. No Fortnite for me tonight. I got some work to do. I try to sleep earlier. Yeah. For now, right now in my life, I'm like trying to stay focused. There's a lot of work. There's a lot of lives to be changed and, just stuff like that. So maybe Fortnite another time. If I do Fortnite, it'll probably, if anything, it'll be on a Friday, like Fortnite Friday, but for now, I'm really just focused on my life. But yeah, I'm open maybe sometime in the future. Han Jobo says, that's a lie. There are many people that go alone and die sad. Han Jobo, I'm not disagreeing with that. There are plenty of people who, in a way, end up being alone and they die sad. I agree with that. Now, does that mean that needs to be your reality? No, it doesn't. And this is one of those things where you get to decide if you really want to be in a relationship, you get to work for it. You get to work on yourself to be a better person so that, you become someone who is in a way attractive. Now, I'm not saying, don't feel bad for yourself if you don't feel like that's who you are. It's about building and just being the best you can and continuing to grow. It's like people who are alone and die sad. Now, look, I don't want to generalize, but I think in a way, a lot of people, I'm not saying all people who are alone and are sad, but I think a lot of people is because they lose that self-confidence and they don't keep pushing and trying to find that relationship. And, relationships take effort. It takes time to search for. So it's just about putting in that effort. Again, it took me 9 years to be in a, like some sort of, how do I say this? Like I want to say a decent relationship, meaning like dating for more than 2 months or something like that. Besides that, in 9 years, like all I had, the longest relationship I had was like 2 months because I never found someone that fit my own values and what I was looking for, or, or I just got rejected a bunch of times. So my point is that if you want to be in a relationship, just keep pushing forward and be patient. Again, it took me 9 years. If we take out that one girlfriend I had, it would have been 24 years of my life. I would have been single. So, but yeah, sometimes it can feel discouraging when we're looking, and no one, it seems like no one likes us. Just keep pushing forward. Know that you're amazing, and yeah, keep building yourself up. Honey says, I did go to HSU and you were at our school when I was gone. Sad. Alrighty. Frank says, when your parents are Asian, you can't find a place to. Okay. Pass. Alrighty. The good news is that a lot of these are very short questions back and forth, so we'll catch up with comments soon-ish. And again, everyone, thank you so much for being on. I appreciate you all. And yes, this is live right now, but you wouldn't know if you were confused if you're watching this later and I said this is live, because you wouldn't know, if that makes sense. Anyway, love you all. It is currently 8:36 p.m. So if that is the time on your clock right now, Pacific time, then you know it's live. Jerry says, Dear Richard, the humongous alpha male. Someone is lying. That is indeed his face. Okay. All right. Eric Horopian. How you doing? I'm doing well. A little under the weather, but I am doing well. I am enjoying my life. Life is good. Continuing to push myself. And you know what? I feel like I just skipped a bunch of comments. Yeah. My comments just skipped all the way to the bottom. So I will go back and reread. Hold on. We have quite a bit of what happened? Okay, I have no idea. I'm just going to start here because I can't scroll any higher. But I think this is exactly where we left off last time. Okay, so Frank says, you inspired me at Valencia, and I want to say thank you for helping people come forward. Frank, thank you for that comment. That means a lot, and you're most welcome. And I like why I do what I do is because I want to see people just, share your story. Let go of those insecurities. Stop hiding them and just let them be, accept that is a part of who you are in this moment, so you can move on and grow and stop trying to hide, the parts you don't like about yourself. If you want to let go of the parts you don't like about yourself, you need to acknowledge that it is there so you can move on from them. So that's why I do what I do, because I don't want to see people suffer like I did when I grew up with self-esteem. And because it is unnecessary pain, it sucks. It sucks dealing with low self-esteem and, all these feelings of inadequacy and not feeling worthy and all that stuff. All right. Yo, Justin, shoot away. I see that you said you had a question. I'm guessing you already asked a question by now, and I'll get to it if I see it. 1 second. All righty. Maddie says, I'm here. I'm glad that you made it home safe. Thank you, Maddie. And it was great seeing you in person again. Yeah. And shout out to all my friends at Crescent Elk or the other Del Norte schools. But yeah, I had such a great time this past weekend. It was like seriously one of the most amazing just times hanging out of school, just because, I got to hang out the whole entire day, not just like one period, the whole entire day I was there. And I got to connect with a lot of you on a deeper level. So yeah, that was super exciting. Alrighty. What's the album of the year? I don't know about that one. Honestly, like I when it comes to music, I just listen to Pandora. So I don't really listen to full albums. I haven't done that in a while. I used to do, but I haven't done it in a while. Alrighty. Let's see. Honey, I got your link. Let me see, what is this? Yeah. All right, honey. Yeah, I got your link. So you know. Hi, Cupid. Good to see you on. Thanks for always being here. I appreciate your support. Cupid, I've yet to listen to your album, but Cupid, if you link your album in the description, I will share it to everyone. Uh, so real quick, shout out to my friend Araceli Fernandez, who's on right now. She just released her new album that is available, and yeah, she does music. So I just want to give a quick shout out, and she's been a huge supporter of this channel and of me. So thank you very much. Let's see. Trolls. Robert, stop trolling. Big time troll. Flaming Raptor, what is going on? Let's see here. Do I listen to Jay-Z? Once in a while. Not like, he's not my number one, but he's a good artist. Jonathan McKenna says, gotta go to sleep. Have a good night. Good night, Jonathan. Take care. Rasket says, you look great, man. Skincare routine. Thank you, Rasket. Appreciate it. Let's see. I'm lighting is one thing, but like real life, okay, I'm gonna self-assess. Skin right now, I'd say it's decent. It's decent. For me, I think what helps with skin, I do wash my face at night before I go to sleep with like face wash. So that's the one thing I do. But I think how do you have good skin is really just by eating healthy. Eating fruits, vegetables, stuff like that, and less greasy foods like French fries and stuff. Yeah. So I've been trying to eat healthy, and for the most part, I eat pretty healthy. Hamburger says, what do you think our purpose on earth is? That's a great question. That's one of those questions that I spent a lot of time thinking about. And it's one of those things that we all get to answer for ourselves. So that is up to you what you think it is. For me, I believe the purpose on earth for me is to be authentically happy for everyone. So for me, what makes me authentically happy, a huge component of it is in a way helping other people. It's for me, like, I have this desire because I struggled with my own low self-esteem. I want to help other people get past that as soon as possible, to realize that a low self-esteem or that feeling of not being worthy is not a reality. It's just something that we've learned by our environment, by the parents, by people putting us down, by ourselves putting ourselves down, and that could be changed. So that is what my purpose is. And on top of that, another part of me being happy. So one is impact. Number two is just simple joys, connecting with people, connecting with family, loved ones, things like that, and spending quality time in that way. So yeah, and having new experiences. So that is what I think my purpose on earth is. And I like this idea of, by the way, whoever's spamming, like the same accounts, John, the Team 10 lover, and Frederick Krim, Jerry, all you people, I'm guessing it seems like the same account. Can you please stop doing that? I'd appreciate that. Just like, posting once is fine. Please don't keep spamming. Yeah, I will block your accounts if you do that. Yeah, just because it's distracting for other people. Thank you. So that's what I got. Minjay says, dear Richard, as a senior in a prestigious high school. Oh, okay. Cool. Hamburger says, have you ever tried Tinder? Yes, I have. and not in the immature way that you're thinking. I've used Tinder to like meet quality people because that's who that's what I'm about. Quality people. Alrighty. Maddie says, I gotta go sleep now. Hope see you soon. I gotta go. Good night, Maddie. Have a great night. I did happen to see that. Hamburglar says, I have a boyfriend, Richard, but there is this other guy that likes me and we have a pass together. What should I do? Hamburglar, that's one of those things. Hamburglar, like the way you say that question implies to me that you already know what you need to do. Like you, in your heart, you already know what is the right thing to do. So if you have a boyfriend already, but the fact that you're questioning that there's this other guy that likes you and you have a pass together, you got to decide, like, what do you do? You're hesitating because you're afraid of hurting other people or whatever it is. But at the end of the day, you know where your heart is. And in a way, I think you should listen to your heart and, be also respectful in the way that you handle the situation, knowing that other people's emotions are involved. So anyway, point is, I think you got to look inside yourself and decide, where is your heart and go that way. Yeah. Thanks for the comment on the jacket, Flaming Raptor. I don't know. It's a pretty old jacket. I've had it for a while. I'm pretty sure my brother gave it to me. It's been a while. Can't quite remember. Justin says, what happened, Richard, is today I went to work. I work at a manufacturing company and the manufacturers wood. I punched in and did my job as like any other day. Then all of a sudden, right after I went to the bathroom after my coffee break, then one of my bosses out of the blue fired me in front of two of my coworkers' friends. This embarrassed me a lot. I was very pissed and emotionally weak in that moment. He told me the reason they're letting me go is because in general, they have a very busy place and they didn't have time to train me as I was training for it. But it also annoyed me because I was wanted for the job. And the other reason, he gave me a very stupid, like I have to use the bathroom even though I have bowel troubles, etc. Even though my friend is moving me to another one of his jobs in a few days, which is great, but I feel very disrespected, and I feel that I've always got disrespected no matter how better I become and how nice I am to people. What would be your peer advice? Sorry for the long comment. All right, Justin. I hear you. Thank you for the question. I hope you were still on. So I'm gonna summarize this for people. By the way, whenever I answer a question, know that it is relevant to all of us in some ways. Maybe not in the moment, but I always feel there's always things that we could draw. So Justin is saying that he got fired in front of his other coworkers by his boss, and he felt very disrespected. Justin is also saying that it seems like wherever he goes, he gets disrespected. So for all my friends who are in school right now, think about a time where you got disrespected in front of other people. And another question is, do you feel like you get disrespected very often? Now, there's this quote, and the quote is essentially, people will respect us as much as we respect ourselves. So I'll say that again. People will respect us as much as we respect ourselves. Now, Justin, I'm not saying Justin and anyone else who feels like, I'm saying that people should disrespect you. That's not what I mean. What I'm saying is, like, if you want other people to respect you, you get to learn how to respect yourself. And, this is not one of those feel bad. Oh, I feel bad, because people are disrespecting me. Therefore, I'm not being respectful to myself. I feel sad because I'm not doing what I should be. That's not what this is. What I'm trying to say is, if you want other people to respect you, it's learning, is you having that self-respect, you learning how how do I myself respect me? So what happens is when you okay, I'll give you an example. Uh, once you start respecting yourself, people will start respecting you because that is that's what you expect, you know? So for example, for myself, I do have self-respect, at a certain at whatever level it is, decent amount. So if people disrespect me, I don't take that, you know? Like people disrespect me, like if my boss, if I had a boss and he fired me in front of other people, I'd be like, "Hey boss, thank you for letting me know." And I would talk to them. I said, "Look, I don't appreciate you firing me in front of other people like that, and calling me out. I understand you have that, and next time if you choose to fire someone, please do it in private because I don't think that's very respectful. Like I will let people know if I feel disrespected." So that's what I mean. If it keeps showing up in your life, yes, there are things you could do about it. But the second piece is if you keep feeling disrespected in that way, number one, you can stand up for yourself. Or number two, if you've already stood up for yourself or, that part's not even relevant, then just let it go. Don't focus so much on this idea that no one's respecting you, but rather focus on, in a way, moving forward and being around people who do respect who you are. Hope that makes sense. Hamburglar says, "What do you think about the Super Bowl?" I had fun watching the Super Bowl. It was definitely more of a mild game, not a very high scoring one. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm not a Patriots fan, but I do respect the Patriots. They're a great team, and I respect that. They put in the work. They deserve it. All right, Slimy says, "When my team lost a game, we all..." Okay. I am filtering through all these random comments that I see, which is cool because it means I got to catch up sooner. I think I just skipped comments again. Didn't I? Didn't I? Where are we with comments? Man, we gotta... I am pretty far behind in comments that I see. All right. I'm going to jump in with comments somewhere. I'm sorry if I missed your comments. Let's see here. I did see a question. What do you think about Squidward in the Super Bowl? I thought that was pretty cool. That was pretty awesome. What? Araceli says her band is in Pandora. That is legit. That is so cool. Sydney says, "Hi, Richard. Thanks for coming to Valencia to speak. It was really emotional and powerful and inspired me to accept my imperfections a bit more." Yeah. What's up, Sydney? Thanks so much for being here. And I am so happy to hear something like that. Like that. Your comment really means a lot to me. And I do hope that you continue to learn to accept your imperfections more and more. And just know that you're an amazing person. I think sometimes a lot of times we keep putting ourselves down and we don't understand how amazing of people that we are until we start learning to love ourselves. Oh my goodness. People, I'm getting trolled in this. Aristotle says, "Will you still be live later? Going to drive again?" Oh, I'm pretty sure I'll be off in the next 15 minutes from now. That's my guess. Yeah. I know how far I know I'm behind on comments, but we will catch up. We have a lot of comments to go. I see that. 700 Hertz says, how you doing? Good. It's been a while since I watched a live stream. Well, welcome back. All right. If let's see. If you're wondering why, like there's a lot of silence going on, it's because I'm reading through the comments right now because there's so many troll comments going on right now. So that's why. Richard, I should probably go. I got school tomorrow. I'm watching The Office right now. See you next time, and I message you. All right, honey. Thank you so much, and take care and enjoy. Have a great day at school tomorrow, and I will see you next time. Thanks so much for being on here. I appreciate it. Thank you, Nathan Kim, for that comment. When you become a doctor one day, that's awesome. Alrighty. You all are random trolls. You trolls. Why you gotta be trolling? The more you troll, the more random comments I gotta scroll through. But I think we're almost at the end. You guys are so random. It is kind of funny. Oh my goodness. Slimy says, I'm sneaking watching you instead of writing your essay. Write your essay. Focus on your essay. You get to write your essay. Go do it. Don't let me distract you. This is a live stream. This should be a live stream for people who finish their homework and do their work. But yes, you should also go to sleep earlier. And one thing I do want to do is I do want to try moving live stream time to Friday nights because that way it's, weekend. So you'll have more time instead of a random school night. I recognize that, it's almost 9 p.m., which is pretty late for a lot of people. So yeah, we'll definitely work on that. Although for whatever reason, Friday nights, I seem to be usually more busy, but yeah. Alana Gutierrez says, hey, Richard, I also wanted to thank you too. Your talk at Valencia was really touching, and I really appreciate it. It was something everyone, especially me, needed to hear. Thank you so much. That means a lot. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you, Nathan, Kim. Appreciate it. Appreciate the love. Just Incredible says, I do feel I was a big victim in this situation because my friend who owns the whole company was on my side in this. Justin, I don't know your full situation. And, sometimes people treat other people unfairly. That is unfortunate. However, the good news is that we as our individual self, we don't need to take things so personally in a way. And I'm not saying feel bad if you do. It's more like try not to give your power away in that way. If you feel like you're unfairly treated, number one, yes, you can speak up and say I don't appreciate, that you did this to me. You could acknowledge that. Or if it's, if that whole thing is already done and you're not talking to your boss anymore, just in a way, have compassion of that person. Anyone who mistreats you is likely because they have been mistreated in their own life. And they're in a way almost like taking out their quote unquote anger on other people, their problems on other people. So, yeah, this is why I like understanding other people, and compassion is so important, because when you understand how to be compassionate towards other people, then you realize nothing is ever personal. If someone does something mean to you, it's not because of you, it's because of them. It's because of the way they were raised, of the challenges that they went through. So yeah, know that you're a good person, and know that the other person is struggling with whatever challenges they're going through, and don't take things personally, because people struggle with their challenges. If people, like for me, people write hate comments or they leave poor reviews, uh, because they judge what I do. They judge me as a bad person or whatever it is. And does it suck that I have these negative reviews for no reason on Google? Sure. You know, of course I want high 5-star reviews. I'm just messing. But like, you know, like I don't put all this energy around it. Like I understand people are people, they go through their challenge, they're gonna judge me for what I do. And I don't like it doesn't really matter. Like it's at the end of the day, if you know you're a good person, then that's all that really matters. You know, like you don't need other people to tell you if you're a good person or a bad person. Like you got to decide that. And if you think you're not quite at a place where you're quote unquote that good person you want to be, that's okay too. You just get to work on yourself to become that person. Just like me myself, there are parts of myself that I don't like, you know, in the past. And I mean, I'm sure there's elements of myself that I don't like today, but like this is why we get to push ourselves to be that better person so we can start to learn how to love ourselves more and more every single day. But do know that you are enough as you are in this moment right now. That's all. All right. What is my favorite meme? Oh my goodness, that is too broad of a question for right now. Yeah, that's too big of a question right now. There's too many good memes out there. So yeah, that's like a whole. I need to like meditate on that for like a whole hour to think about best meme right now. Too many. Okay, let's move on. What is my daily schedule like? Right now, my daily schedule approximately is wake up at what time do I wake up? 5:30. I'll brush my teeth. I will read for about 30 minutes. And then I typically go to the gym for about an hour to go work out. Come home, eat breakfast, I shower, and then I will do work, whether that's, you know, speaking related stuff or sometimes, you know, either I'm working like on my speaking business or I am preparing for a presentation or I am speaking at a school. So it depends on the day. And I try to keep myself busy and productive doing work. Uh, and I usually try to like highlight a like what is my one big goal of the day. A great question to ask, by the way. If you want to be productive, um, one really good question to ask is what is a one thing I could do today that would make the biggest difference in my life today. So I love that question because it helps look at the big picture stuff. So yeah, that's what we got. Yeah. Alrighty. Jordan Peterson. I will search that up. Huh. All right. I'll check that up later. Thank you, Nathan Kim. All right. Annie Cheng says comments about Valencia. Thank you very much. I'm confused who is copying comments because I see people copying comments and responding back. Oh my goodness. Y'all are next level trolls. Yo, people. All right. We're almost caught up with the stream. All righty. Let's see. Airsize says my band is on any main music services: Spotify, Pandora, DistroKid, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Tidal, etc. From which one would you like me to send a link on here? Whatever, your choice. Whatever's the most. What's the easiest way to? Where do you send people to? Send that one. If someone asks, where do I find your music? Where do you send them to? Just send that link. Alrighty, we're caught up with comments. I'm sorry if I missed your comment because I blame the trolls. I had to like skim through a lot of comments and not read them out loud because there are tons of troll comments. All right. Oof, 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 oof. Justin says, I do think also telling someone you're not good enough is very low. Everyone belongs in our world. There is no perfect image, and there shouldn't be to quote unquote fit in. Yes, I agree. Like no one, if anyone ever says you are not good enough, that probably means they are struggling with insecurities themselves, and they also feel that they are not good enough. Therefore, they have to say that you are not good enough. Yeah. So I believe anyone with high self-esteem who, maybe let's say you're trying out for America's Got Talent and you're trying to be a singer, and if you say like if they don't think you're the best singer and they have high self-esteem, they're not going to say you're not good enough. They'll probably say that you have, there are things that you could improve, or maybe this is not your strength. That is brutal, honest feedback. But I don't think anyone will say you're not good enough unless they felt that about themselves. That's my opinion. Morgan says, are you going to visit Valencia again? Morgan, honestly, because I talked to Mr. Louis, and what they're doing is they're doing a speaker rotation. So I probably won't be like, you probably won't see me again, just because like next year they're going to bring in a different speaker, and the year after that they'll bring in a different speaker, and then the year after that a different speaker, and then the fourth year, that's when they could bring me back, because they wanted to share different speakers every year. So that's Valencia's style. Unlike Crescent Elk is one that's more like, hey, we like you, we want you to come back regularly, so students could see you regularly and stuff like that. Just, different schools, different models of how they bring in speakers. Alrighty. Let's see. My goodness. All right. Copy link address. Check out Araceli's. Oh no. Hey, what is this? All right. I'm giving a quick little shout out to Araceli. You could check out her music, Brujas. And I posted a link so you could check it out. All right. So right now, am I coming back to Foothill? That's a great question. I'm having conversations. I know you changed activities directors recently. Hamburglar, I would love to come back to Foothill, and that's something I could talk with your activities director / other admin about. But yeah, I had fun. So, alrighty. Right now, I'm going to end this live stream, but I do want to say thank you very much for you all being on here. Before I end this live stream, I will announce the next live stream date. And looking at this, I'm going to choose to have our next live stream at 8 p.m. So same time on Friday, February 8th. Okay. So 10 YouTube live stream. Okay. So we're going to have it this upcoming Friday, February 8th at 8 p.m. Pacific time. That is California time. And I will post a new notification with thumbnail, and you'll see me wearing this because I got to snap that thumbnail ahead of time. See what happened there. Alrighty. Nathan Kim says, don't end. What kind of music is it? Click on it and find out. click on it and find out. Nathan Kim, thank you very much. Appreciate it. What's my epic name? My epic name is just my name. It's Richard KUO, no spaces. Next live stream again will be on Friday, this Friday, 8 p.m. Morgan says, sorry about all the trolls. That's A-okay. Hey, as long as you're having fun, it's all good. Yeah, today's more of a chill stream anyway, so it's cool. Yeah, if we're talking about like a serious topic, that's when we'll moderate troll comments more so we could focus on the main topic. But today was just more Q&A and just chill. So it's cool. Let's see. All right, people, if you do have any other questions, feel free to DM me directly on YouTube, on Instagram, email me, richard@richardco.com. Yeah, so those are several ways you can contact me. All right. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight. And I do hope you have a wonderful week, rest of the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Happy Chinese/Asian New Year's for anyone who's celebrating. By the way, if you don't know, Lunar New Year, that's another way of calling it. Lunar New Year is tomorrow, February 5th. So yeah, it's there we go. Enjoy. Sending you lots of love. And everyone, thank you so much for my friends at Foothill, Crescent Oak. Where else we got? Valencia, and anywhere else, any other schools that you've been to or are at, but you just haven't mentioned. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it very much. And other schools and other schools. Yes. So yeah. All right. Have a good night, everyone. Take care.